Hey everybody, Nick Espinosa, your Chief Security Fanatic here. And before I get started, I'd like to apologize. I haven't done a video in a couple of days. I've been traveling. I did not get the chance to actually sit down, do this, and upload this. So it's really good to be back. I hope everybody's going to have a good weekend. And with that, let's get started because today we are talking about Tesla because Tesla is on fire. Unfortunately, that's literally, and here's what's going on. Apparently, according to CNBC and multiple other news outlets, a fire occurred within Tesla Megapack at one of the largest battery facilities in the world in Australia, specifically the state of Victoria, around 10:15 a.m. local time, Australia's Friday. And again, according to multiple sources. Now, the cause of this fire at the Victorian Big Battery site in Geelong, Victoria, is not yet known. Apparently, Paris-based renewable energy giant Neoen worked with Tesla and AusNet Services to develop the grid-scale project with the aim of helping the state of Victoria meet its renewable energy target of 50% by 2030. Now, according to recent updates by Neoen Australia on Twitter, the battery was only recently registered with the Australian energy market operator. The fire happened during testing, not live. So obviously that's a good thing. Not that a fire is good, but here we are. So according to a spokesman for AEMO, the electricity market operator in Australia, the site has been safely isolated from the electrical grid in the state and has not impacted the electrical supply in the area. Now, gigantic batteries like those offered by Tesla, ABB, and newcomers Northvolt and others can help grid operators move extra capacity between states and ensure that power from intermittent renewable energy sources, including solar and wind, can be stored and used when needed. Basically, you put up that wind farm, that solar energy, you have these big, huge batteries that are going to back all of that up, and when something goes down, the batteries kick in. Very similar to you putting a giant battery that obviously Tesla and others offer for your house. So if that goes down, your battery backup kicks in, your fridge keeps running, etc. Now, projects like Victorian Big Battery and system like Tesla Megapacks within it can also ensure that power is available, obviously, when there are outages as well. Now, we all recently heard about that Tesla car that got set on fire, the batteries in it, and it took tens of thousands of gallons of water to put it out, since in a lithium-ion fire, water is absolutely the worst thing you can do, but apparently that was the only thing the fire department had. So, by virtue of that, here's what you do if you end up with a lithium-ion fire. Let's say your mobile phone, or God forbid your Tesla, or the battery that's backing up your house from Tesla, or anything else possibly from Tesla, because they're all about batteries, or other sources, obviously. I'm not just trying to single them out, even though here we are, they're literally on fire right now. Hopefully it's out. Now, the best results basically to put out a lithium-ion fire mean that you're going to use a foam extinguisher with CO2, ABC dry chemicals, powdered graphite, copper powder, or sodium carbonate, and those basically will douse a lithium-ion fire better than anything else out there. So heads up to you if you've got that. Obviously, we hope this is going to be put, they're going to rectify this, get this out of the way. We're going to see what happens with here, but this isn't the first time that this has happened. Samsung had, obviously, battery problems with their Note 7, and then after that, as they were disposing of that, the factory where they were disposing of the lithium batteries, that was actually a battery production facility for Samsung in South Korea, caught fire. So this isn't the first time we've seen things like this. The other part that I find really interesting as well is that as we are creating these batteries, while it seems to be, helpful for sustainable energy, from what I understand from basically the mining aspects of this, is that local areas, and the one I can think of is one in Canada that I recently read an article on, that are basically strip mined down to the ground, and below it, to get the materials out of the ground needed to create the batteries. And so there's a balance here that obviously we have to make. As we produce things, we are taking it from something else. So I'm curious to see what happens in the long run. Obviously, moving towards cars that are operated by batteries, whether it's solar power or however you're charging it, probably is better in terms of the emissions, that we are putting out into the atmosphere and all of that. But obviously, we still have a ways to go with these things. So I'm curious to see. And again, I'm not knocking one or the other here. Please do not misunderstand me. But I think it's something that also warrants further discussion. So hopefully they will get this They will get this in hand, as I mentioned. Hopefully they will be able to progress with this, in a good way. And once again, I just gave you the instructions on how to put out your own lithium fire, if you ever have that problem. Hopefully you never do. And so that is your news of the day. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP. And please feel free to subscribe to me at YouTube as well. And as always, stay safe, stay online, and please stay private. Thanks, everyone.